Hey everyone, this is Cora Santaguida, co-chair of the Green Party Connecticut Fairfield County chapter, also the Connecticut Volunteer Coordinator for the Jill Stein Ajamu Baraka campaign, and candidate for State Senate District 27 here in Stamford, and also part of Darien. I want to say a couple things. You know, as far as politics are concerned, a long time ago I was kind of persuaded or urged to register as a Republican. Back then, certain people in my life thought, oh, it'd be more likely, you know, for you to get a job. If you're registered Republican, you live in a Republican town. Well, you know, thinking now and wishing that I knew then what I know now, it's kind of like, that kind of job, no thanks. Because if you think about the big companies and corporations that are coming to Stamford and then having devastating layoffs, there's got to be something better. And it's weird, a long time ago, you know, I'd hear about, you know, small shops on Bedford Street, like the She Shop and other places, you know, luggage stores, you know, independently owned small businesses. And you look at Bedford Street today and, you know, bars, restaurants, little shops, but really most of Stamford really can't afford to frequent those businesses, you know, even often. You find sometimes that the wait staff or the kitchen staff at a restaurant, you know, they serve your food and then they leave and they go home to the shelter at night. This is our reality. And today in the Stamford Advocate, there was a news piece about Latham Park and the diversity of the people there. I mean, some of the language is just ridiculous, you know, calling the lower income people characters. Well, characters? Well, no, it's, you know, they're people. And, you know, they're definitely painting this place as something that it is most definitely not. And, you know, we really need to support a local economy. The public's definition of a small business differs much from the Labor Department. A company that has, you know, 150 employees is still considered a small business when really the public's definition is, you know, your local hardware store. Now, are you going to see a hardware store family owned on Bedford Street? Probably not. And probably never. Hopefully in my lifetime it'll happen. You know, I'm not a Stamford native, but I have family that are. I have friends that are losing the fight to stay in this area. I've known people who have lost their homes, have had to move away, have had to move in with family members. And, you know, it's weird, you know, they talk about pride and Stamford pride and, you know, they do these documentaries about the history of Stamford. Well, guess what? The way things are running right now, you're erasing history. You're contradicting yourselves. So we need to stop and think and realize that something isn't working. So what are you going to do to change that? Part of it would be to break away from this two-party system. You know, voting your fears are the lesser evil for the sake of staying comfortable in a particular political party just doesn't make sense. And are you really that comfortable? Are you really? Because 60% of voters are not comfortable anymore. They want a movement. That's why Bernie Sanders was so popular. But the problem with Bernie Sanders is that he was trying to push a progressive movement, a revolution, within the corporate, you know, sponsored two-party system. I mean, look at the Commission on Presidential Debates. They qualify as a nonprofit, 501c3, but they're owned by the two parties and corporations. And you think of things like ALEC. These legislators go behind closed doors, and corporations are drafting legislation. So these are all things for you to think about. Yes, of course, I would like your vote. You know, that's obvious. But, you know, things that are changing this year, you know, Stamford Advocate is endorsing the Republican candidate for District 27, Gino Patino, saying that it's time for a rookie, someone new to come in. So yes, maybe we are on our way. So thank you so much. I'm running for District 27. in the Stanford Darien area. My name is Cora Santaguida. You can find me on box 4F, and I appreciate your vote.